welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you've ever wondered which vehicles are the best when it comes to hauling tons of stuff, you've clicked on the right video. Picture this, you're trying to squeeze a week's worth of camping gear into a Mazda Miata. Sure, it's a fun challenge if you're game for it, but let's face it, there are times when you need something with a bit more space than a Miata. But here's the catch, bigger doesn't always mean more roomy. The design and interior layout of a vehicle can dramatically affect just how much stuff you can stuff in. But don't sweat it, because we've got your back. The folks over at Consumer Reports have done all the heavy lifting for us. They've tested, measured, and ranked the top 10 SUVs and minivans in terms of real-world cargo space. So if you're on the hunt for a new car that can accommodate all your hauling needs, you'll want to pay close attention to the models we're about to reveal. Let's get started. Now let's dive right into the first SUV on our list, the Infiniti QX80. Now this one, folks, it drives like a big old truck and isn't exactly your best friend when it comes to fuel economy. And let's be honest, it's not the newest kid on the block either. But here's where it shines. The QX80 doesn't compromise on comfort and luxury. It's like driving around in your own personal lounge. What's more, it's finally caught up with the times by integrating Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a big plus for all you tech-savvy drivers out there. And now let's talk cargo space. When you fold down both rows of seats, Consumer Reports found an impressive 49 cubic feet of usable space. That's a lot of room for your camping gear, sports equipment, or your grand flea market finds. So if you can overlook the gas mileage and the slightly dated feel, the Infiniti QX80 could be a great contender for your next spacious ride. Now, moving on to our next beast, the Lincoln Navigator. It's been some time since the Navigator was the go-to luxury SUV, but with its latest redesign, it's come roaring back, giving the Cadillac Escalade a run for its money. Sure, the Escalade's 2021 redesign brought it back into the game, but don't write off the Navigator just yet. It's still a strong contender in the full-size luxury SUV market. And here's the real kicker, when it comes to cargo volume, the Navigator takes the lead. With both rows of seats folded down, it offers a whopping 56 cubic feet of usable space, outdoing the QX80 we just discussed. And now, a surprising twist in our list. The recently redesigned Cadillac Escalade is matching strides with the Lincoln Navigator, especially when it comes to the all-important cargo space. This full-size luxury SUV also hit the sweet spot with an equal 56 cubic feet of usable space. It's a head-to-head tie here, folks. It seems the Escalade has bounced back from its facelift with some real muscle. So if you're torn between the Navigator and the Escalade, you'll have some thinking to do. Now, some might say the Cadillac Escalade is essentially a Chevrolet Tahoe dressed up for a fancy night out. And while that may be true in terms of their lineage, the Tahoe has one up on the Escalade that you might find appealing, particularly if practicality ranks high on your list. Consumer Reports found that the Tahoe boasts a roomy 58 cubic feet of usable cargo space. Yes, you heard that right, folks. It's got even more room than the Escalade. Now that's a win for the Tahoe if you're counting the cubic feet. Next up, we have the Tahoe's competitor, the Jeep Wagoneer. Now, we must admit, we're partial to the Tahoe's sleek styling over the Wagoneers, but hey, variety is the spice of life, right? And speaking of spice, if you can look past what some might call the Wagoneer's somewhat grumpy exterior, you'll find it has a lot to offer in terms of cargo volume. Yes, indeed. With both rows of seats tucked away, the Wagoneer opens up to a spacious 63 cubic feet of room. Now, let's shift gears and move on to a real giant in the SUV world, the Ford Expedition. This beast doesn't need any extra roof racks to prove its hauling prowess. It's simply a massive SUV built with an equally massive space for all your stuff. Consumer Reports testing reveals that the Expedition offers just a smidge over 63 cubic feet of cargo space. That's a lot of room for all your weekend getaway gear, your DIY project materials, or whatever else you need to haul around. Alright, folks, it's time to talk minivans. Yes, minivans. Despite the flack they often get when it comes to family-friendly haulers, they're hard to beat. They're the embodiment of practicality on wheels, and the Chrysler Pacifica is a shining example of this. Just how practical is it? Well, how does 66 cubic feet of storage space sound to you? That's right, the Pacifica isn't just for soccer moms and dads. It's for anyone who values ample cargo space for their daily drives or weekend adventures. Now, as spacious as the Pacifica may be, there's one contender it just can't outsize, the Chevrolet Suburban. This monstrous SUV is a full 22 inches longer than the Pacifica. Now, that extra length comes with its own set of advantages and disadvantages, but one undeniable perk is the jaw-dropping cargo space. Imagine this, a whopping 70 cubic feet of space for all your cargo needs. That's right, the Suburban is not just big, it's move your entire apartment in one go big. And now, prepare for a twist in our tale. Introducing the Honda Odyssey, a minivan that's a living testament to the power of clever design. Despite being about half an inch shorter than the Pacifica and significantly smaller than the colossal Suburban, it manages to clinch the lead in the cargo volume department. How much space are we talking about here? Well, Consumer Reports found that the Odyssey offers a staggering 71 cubic feet of cargo room. That's right, this minivan is out here punching well above its weight class, showing us all that size isn't everything. And now, for the grand finale of our list, we have a vehicle that has won the hearts of the Consumer Reports team, the Kia Carnival. This newcomer has managed to outshine established favorites like the Odyssey and Sienna, securing its spot as CR's current top pick among minivans. But why all this love for the Carnival, you ask? Well, one of the main reasons it scored so highly is its vast cargo space. Ready for the big reveal? With both rows of seats folded down, the Kia Carnival offers an astounding 72 cubic feet of cargo room. And there you have it, the top 10 SUVs and minivans with the most cargo space, according to Consumer Reports. Remember, the best vehicle for you depends on your specific needs and preferences. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more automotive insights. Until next time, safe driving.